Child labor. 2 words, 3 syllables. Something so simple yet affecting the lives of over 150 million children daily. In South Asia alone, 12% of children aged 5 to 14 years old are employed, therefore affected by this global matter. Every day, countless children under the age of 15 are forced to engage in child labor, sometimes even endangering their own lives through hazardous tasks. A copious amount of these children are even willing to jeopardize their health in an attempt to survive the conditions faced by themselves alongside their families.
Various factors such as poverty, illiteracy, tradition, social tolerance, and a lack of enforcement by government leads to child labor. Economy of a country plays a great role in growing this dilemma. Poverty in undeveloped countries links to unemployment rates, forcing children to work in order to support their families. A lack of education also heightens the growth of child labor in countries such as Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka as well.
Another prominent contributing factor is the governments of countless undeveloped countries. They often simply ignore it and its effects, essentially allowing it. Child labor is practically used as a form of modern-day slavery that abuses children and treats them as a scheme for easy, cheap labor. This overseeing done by the government only builds a greater social tolerance for the issue, in which people become numb as well as ignorant to the consequences of child labor. As a society, it allows us to tolerate major companies that condone child labor, such as Victoria's Secret, Nike, Walmart, and even Hershey's.
Hard labor puts a strain on the development of children. While children are off working, they form a buildup of exhaustion and malnutrition. In other jobs, millions of children face a possible exposure to toxic chemicals. This can lead to long-term respiratory issues as well as cancer. The health of many children is also put on risk due to a lack of supervision for the jobs that they partake in. Kids may harm themselves by using old machinery and equipment that they are not familiar with.
Child labor does not only deprive children, it also deprives the economic state of a country. Most undeveloped countries remain undeveloped because of a harsh cycle caused by poverty. Children that go into child labor lack the skills needed for decent jobs. They are incapable of pursuing high-paying jobs because instead of receiving an education, they're working. They are then unable to escape poverty and remain in the same financial state they began with.
In order to minimize child labor, we as a society can first start by bringing awareness to the issue. We can avoid purchasing from companies that flourish on child labor because that is only promoting the issue. We can also donate to help these unfortunate children through organizations such as Goodweave, Child Labor Coalition, International Labor Organization, and UNICEF. With this money, organizations can set out to build schools to properly educate these children.
As common students, we should raise money by purchasing shirts that speak out against child labor. And by wearing these shirts, we can shine light upon an issue disregarded by many. And of course, all proceeds would be donated to an organization standing against child labor. These children should not be dedicating their lives to working. They should be learning, just like you and I.